Hello everybody and welcome back to Proof Code and welcome back to the 9th video of my Python advanced tutorial series. Today's video we're going to be learning about memory management and profiling. So we're going to use some modules which come installed by default and sometimes don't. So first we're going to start on memory management. So first things first, make sure you must import these modules. So also, before we get on this tutorial, make sure you have Python installed on your computer. If you don't, the download link is in the description. And if you don't have a computer, you have a phone or a tablet, I'll leave the download links for iOS and Android links in the description as well. So let's continue. So first things first, we want to import GC. This module comes installed by default, so this means you don't have to pip install it. And now we just want to import sys, because this also comes installed by default with Python, so that means you don't have to pip install it as well. So first let's define a simple function. Let's say def memory usage demo. We don't need any parameters, and we just want to create a variable called data equals, and this will be a list. Let's say I for I in range, and we just want this to be in a loop of like something like 10,000. Because the for I in range loop is a Python loop, it is not a forever do loop, because sometimes it stops at a limit. So whenever you set the limit to something like whatever, like 10,000, it will stop at 10,000. And then we just want to say print, and we want this string to be formatted. Let's say memory of usage. Let's say memory usage data. Memory usage of data list. And here we're just going to have we just want to say sys.get size of the data, followed by bytes or bits, and this is just simply like a size of so bits is like a size of a file. And now we just want to say del data, and this del here is a keyword. It will delete. It can delete anything, because sometimes del is also on your computer keyboard. If it is, it will be used to delete some things. And we just want to say gc.collect, and we're just telling gc to collect, and we just want to print garbage collection done. Now we're just going to call our memory usage demo function. If we run that, it's going to say, oh sorry, I spelled it wrong, it's supposed to be data. My bad. And we're going to say we get this result that says 85,176 bytes, and we say garbage collection done. It's because we're telling sys to get the size of the data, and here it's just going to print out the memory usage data list. Okay, so now that we have started the memory management and profiling, we can start on profiling. And so let me just remove this. Now we want to handle some imports. So we say import cProfile. This cProfile does not come installed by default, so which means you have to install manually. Just go to your terminal or your command prompt, type in pip install cProfile. If you're on Mac or Linux, use pip3. But since I'm on Windows, you have to just use pip. But since I already got that installed, I'm just going to remove this. But then if you don't have it installed, it will take some time for it to install. Just wait for it to install. Now let's continue. Say import pstats. We want to define some functions, so let's call this function slow function. And here we just want to say total, and we want to set the total to 0. Let's say for I in range, and we want it to continue a loop of something like 10,000 or 1,000 or whatever. And we're going to say total plus equals 1, and this will just simply add 1 to the total. So this plus equals means it's going to add 1 to the number. So whenever we call this, and we just add it by number, it's going, and then here 0 will increase. Okay, now here we're just going to return the total, and I want to define a fast function. Def fast function, and here we're just going to return the sum. Let's say we want to have a range of something like 1 and between 1000. Okay, so we have created our fast and slow functions. We want to define the main entry point. So this is still, we're still doing profiling, and also pstats does not come installed by default sometimes, depending on your Python version. So which means you have to pip install manually. So type in pip install pstats in your terminal, your command prompt. As I said, if you're using a Mac or a Linux system, use pip3. But since I already got that installed, and also if you're just using Windows, it's simply just pip. So since I already have that installed, and we want to just define main, and here we just want to print profiling the slow function. Here we'll just say cProfile run the slow function, and we just want to say the profile stats. Oh, and this has to be an underscore, and now we just want to say with open. So this will just open a file, or this will just open a file, or just any file format, and we just want to say the profile stats. When we want to open this in R, and R is going to open it in read mode, so it's always required to put in R if you're opening it in read mode. And we just want to open this as a file, so for this, going to open it as F, and here we're just gonna create a variable called stats equals, oops, sorry, this has been equals, not a minus sign, my bad again. This is pstats.stats, and make sure this S is capital, otherwise a lowercase one won't work. So it's always required to keep it as a capital. And now we just want to say the profile stats, and here we just want to say stats dot strip the dir, which is stripping the directory. Don't just say sort underscore stats. You just want this to be cumulative, and here we just want to print these stats. Okay, now so let's try calling our main function to see what happens. Oh, it gave me an error. It's supposed to be S, my bad. And here, as you can see, we get this it says the profiling is the slow function, and we get this all this text here. We just say total time, the Perkle, the cum time, the Perkle, and all these are the text. Yeah, and now we can just try our fast function. So we want to replace this with fast function, and instead of calling our slow function, we just type in fast function, and here we just want to try that to see what happens. So when we profile our fast function, we see the same text we got when we were profiling our slow function. Okay, so let's go on to another one. We will combine memory management with profiling. So let's remove all this code, and now we just want to import the memory profiler. So say from memory underscore profiler, we want to import the profile. And one thing to note, this does not come installed by default, so which means you have to install it manually. So just go to your terminal, your command prompt, type in pip install memory profiler. As I said, if you're using a Mac or Linux system, use pip3. But then since I'm on Windows, I use pip. If you're on Windows, just use pip. And then since I already got that installed, I'm just going to call our decorator, which is the profile. And now I just want to say it def memory intensive function, and we just want to create a data list. So data equals I for I in range, and here we just want to have something like 1000, and here so this is just simply a list, and now we just say total equals sum, and sum is just going to add the data, which would be data, and then we're just going to return the total, and that would just simply return the total, and we just want to say a memory intensive function. This annoying pop-up because I'm using the free version of Sublime Text. And now let's just run using this command. Because save, I'm just going to paste it in my command prompt. Just going to this tutorial 9. As you can see, we get this. So we get the memory usage, the increment, the recurrencies, and the line contents. So guys, that is pretty much everything for this tutorial, so thanks for watching. Before I end this video, like the video for appreciate it does really help me out, and subscribe right now and turn on the notifications because I make loads of Python tutorials and other computer stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I want you to subscribe right now and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. If you have any questions about Python programming or stuck on any code, leave a comment. I always get back to you, and I'll see you in my next tutorial video. Cheers, bye.